It's the month of love, so I've got the perfect DIY ideas for Valentines, Galentines, or even Palentine today. Whether you're celebrating with a partner, your besties, or just want to spread a little love, I've got 3 easy projects to add that handmade touch to any celebration. A super easy decoration idea, a home decor item to display your favourite memories, and a personalised embroidered gift. This video has something that's just your type. So let's dive straight in with making the cutest garland for decorating for every celebration. The materials you'll need for this is a pack of playing cards, some wool, and some string or twine. The first step is to make some pom-poms. You can make these using pom-pom makers, but I wanted mine a little smaller than the pom-pom maker could make, so I just wrapped the wool around 2 fingers, around 80 to 100 times, depending on the thickness of your wool. Then, using a small length of wool, pass this around your wool bundle, tying a knot in the middle. I did another knot on the other side too, just to keep it nice and secure. Then slide all the wool off, tightening the knots as much as you can, double knotting to hold it in place. Now cut through all the loops to give you a nice fluffy pom-pom. Trim off any excess wool to make a lovely spherical shaped pom-pom. I made 6 red, 6 pink and 6 white pom-poms, but make these in any colours you'd like. Now to put everything together. First, get all the playing cards from the heart suit. Then grab your twine, a big tapestry needle, big enough to fit the twine, and a hole punch. To start the garland, thread the twine through the needle and thread on a pink pom-pom, making sure to thread through the middle. Then a white pom-pom, then a red. Now use your hole punch to add 2 holes close to the top corners of each playing card. Thread the ace card onto the twine. Then follow the pattern of pink pom-pom, next playing card, white pom-pom, playing card, red pom-pom, playing card, increasing the playing card value each time. Once you get to the king card, add the last 3 pom-poms, add a little knotted loop at the end of the twine. Now measure out the spacing of your playing cards and pom-poms how you'd like. I did about 10 centimeters between the centers of the items, all the way down the garland. This meant I ended up with about 2.5 meters of garland. Finally, cut off the other end of twine and add the loop, and then you are done. Hang your garland in pride of place. A super easy but lovely bit of decoration for every occasion. Next up, we're making a perfect little personalised gift to give to your favourite person. All we need for this is some felt sheets, embroidery thread, a needle, and I had a little extra decoration of these heart-shaped buttons. I first measured and cut out a 10 cm strip of felt in this beige sandy colour. I folded the felt just over halfway, leaving a small flap at the top. I used a heat erasable pen to mark where the bottom of the flap begins, then fold the felt in half long ways, lining up the marks we just made. This way I can cut out a symmetrical envelope flap shape. Now to start the embroidery. I picked out any Valentines or love colours I had, starting with a deep red and 2 strands of thread. I used a blanket stitch all the way around the edge of the envelope to hold the sides together and to add a little decoration. As I've mentioned before, I'm no embroidery expert, so I would recommend looking up other videos for any stitches you want to make your gift with. Now I added the heart button, placing roughly where I wanted. I then stitched on the button. And cutting a small slit in the top. I added another blanket stitch around here too for some decoration and to make sure it didn't stretch out of place over time. Now it's up to you to decorate your envelope however you would like. I added Joe's name, some lines to act as the address, a love heart stamp, and some extra little kisses. Go as cute, crazy, or simple as you'd like. For the last touch, I wanted to add a personalised message to go inside the envelope. So cutting out a white piece of felt, the right size for the envelope, I wrote my message in my own handwriting on a piece of paper and pinned this to the felt. Now I could copy my handwriting with the embroidery thread to make a personalised matching message. Once my message was complete, I could tear off the paper. To get the small pieces, it's good to wet the felt and then the paper should come away easily. Finally, I added another blanket stitch around the message to match the envelope. And the perfect little keepsake gift is complete. Finally, we're going to make a little home decor item to either treat yourself or gift to a loved one. I'm making a perfect heart-shaped Polaroid photo holder. I start with some air-dry clay and flatten and roll out to a couple centimetres thick. I made a template of the heart shape I wanted out of paper to check the size, then cut this out of the clay. I tested how high the back of the heart needs to be to hold up the Polaroid photo, then cut the clay at the same point. Using a clay joining technique of scoring both edges, add a little bit of water and then add the two pieces back together so the top sits nice and vertically. I rolled out little worms to blend the joins together, using some water to make sure this edge is seamless. I smoothed all the edges with a little more water too. Once I was happy with this shape, time to add a little slit in the bottom of the heart for the Polaroid to sit in. I lightly pressed a photo into the edge to give me a template, and then used a clay tool to score this out deeper. One last smooth with water, then leave this to dry. Once fully dry, you may need to wipe down or sand any rough sections of clay. And then it's time to add a base layer of primer. I used a latex base primer I had left over from a clay craft box from my last year's Valentine's gift from Joe. But you can pick up any white primer you'd like. Again, leave this to dry. Another few hours later, time to add the decoration. I decided to paint on a gingham style, so used a pencil to draw out the grid. Starting with red paint, I paint every other square on every other row, carefully staying within the lines. I did a few layers of this to make sure it was nice and opaque. Then paint in pink on every square, touching the red squares, to give you the gingham look. Once I was happy with all the painting, I added a top coat varnish to add that extra shine. and your perfect little home decor item is finished. Add your favourite memory and show off wherever you'd like in your home. Now, I messed up a little bit here in that I forgot clay shrank when it dried. So the slit I cut out for my photo ended up being a little bit too small. So if you'd like to recreate this, make sure to make everything a little bit bigger when you're sculpting. But this holder still looks amazing, and I can balance the photo enough that you'd never be able to tell. You can of course make these in any shape for any season with any paint style you'd like. I'm sure I'll be recreating this for other seasons' decor too. And your perfect handmade Valentine's Day is ready to show off. Let me know how you'll be spreading the love this Valentine's Day. One way you could do it is to leave a lovely little like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. We hope you have a happy Valentine's Day, however you're going to celebrate.